Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Vishatarini.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Sundar Jaya Nityananda Ram Gaura Sundar Jaya Nityananda Ram Jaya Gaura Sundar Jaya Jagannathpuri Ram ki, Jagannath Baladevi Naran ki, Shri Nityananda ki, Bhakti Joseph ki, Jagannath ki, Sabi Bhakti ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Sankirtan Jagati ki, Shri Lakshmi Bhagavan ki, all praise to the Son of the devotees, all praise to the Son of the devotees, all praise to the Son of the devotees, all praise to the Son of the devotees.
जय पद्मा मुखा पद्मा वृंदा जय नरसिंहा श्री नरसिंहा जय जय नरसिंहा प्रहलादेश जय पद्मा मुखा पद्मा वृंदा जय नरसिंहा श्री नरसिंहा जय जय नरसिंहा प्रहलादेश जय पद्मा मुखा पद्मा वृंदा उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं नित्यं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं नित्यं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं नित्यं नमाम्यहम् नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय Nara शिपु तनु वृंदा केशवदीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे भव कर कमला हरे Nitai Gaur Premanande. Thank you so much.
श्री नरसिंहदेव स्वामी महाराज की जय, श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह स्वामी की, श्री लक्ष्मी देवी की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। This time take the presence of Lord Narasimha Swami.
मैंने बोला था आज देखो गेट प्लीज जल्दी यहाँ से
Hare Krishna. I'd like to welcome everyone today for our Sunday Love Feast. We're going to begin with chanting this beautiful bhajan that's on the board. If I can find it. It's a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the great Vaishnava Acharya, who wrote many, many poems and songs and books and articles glorifying Krishna. This song actually has just the names of Krishna, and they're not hard to follow. I think everyone can follow. Do we have a Mridanga player? No Mridanga? You play Mridanga? You play Mridanga? It's okay. Mridanga? Bibabari Shesha Aloka Pravesha Nidra Chadi Uta Jiva Vishesha Aloka Pravesha Nidra Chadi Uta Jiva Vibhabhari Shesha Aloka Pravesha Nidra Chadi Uta Jiva Shesha Aloka Pravesha Nidra Chadi Uta Jiva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva Nishingha Vamana Sri Madhusudana Brajendra Nandana Kshama Nishingha Vamana Sri Madhusudana Brajendra Nandana Shama Utana Gatana Koita Basatana Jaya Dasarati Rama. Ishan, can you turn the fan on? This fan, that fan. Jashoda Dulaya Govinda Gopala Vrindavana Purandara Gopi Priya Jana Radhika Ramana Bhuvana Sundara Bara
Navanda Karkara Navanda Kaskara Gopi Jana Vastrahari Rachara Kala Gopavrinda Sita Hari Vamsita Hari Prabhadana Srinandana Rachana Maya Hari Translations for the song, glorifying Krishna's names. The night has come to an end, and the light of dawn is entering. O Jiva soul, arise and give up your sleep. Chant the holy names of Lord Hari, who is the giver of liberation, the enemy of the Mura demon, the supreme enjoyer, the all-attractive one, and the horse-headed incarnation, Hayagriva. Lord Hari Krishna incarnated as a half-man, half-lion, Nrsimha. He appeared as a dwarf Brahmana named Upendra and is the killer of the Madhu demon. He's the beloved son of the king of Braja, Nanda Maharaj, and is blackish in complexion. He is the slayer of the Putana witch and the destroyer of the demon Kaitava. All glories to Lord Hari, who appeared as Lord Rama, the son of King Dasarath. He is the darling of Mother Yashoda, the giver of pleasure to the cows, land, and spiritual senses, and the protector of the cows. He's the Lord of the Vrindavan forest, the gopis' beloved, the lover of Radhika, and the most beautiful personality in all the worlds. As Ramchandra, he put an end to the demoniac King Ravana. As Krishna, in his childhood, he stole butter from the elder gopis, and in his youth, he stole the clothes of the younger gopis while they bathed in the Jamuna. He is a cowherd lord of Braja and the protector of the cowherd boys. He stills the hearts of all he stills the hearts of all and always holds a flute. Lord Krishna is worshipped by the best of the gopis. By the best of the yogis. He is the son of Nanda. He removes all the fears of the inhabitants of Braja. He is the color of a fresh rain cloud, and his form is enchanting. When he wanders about playing his flute, he looks very charming. He is the son of Yashoda and the killer of King Kamsa. And he sports in the rasa dance among the groves of Braj. Krishna engages in the rasa dance beneath the kadamba trees, and he resides in the forest of Vrindavan. He increases the ecstasy of his devotees. He is a reservoir of all love, and is the transcendental Cupid who shoots his flower arrows to increase the loving desires of the gopis. He is the pleasure of the gopis' hearts and the abode of all wonderful qualities. Lord Krishna is the life of the river Jamuna. He's always absorbed in amorous pastimes, and he is the moon for the chakora birds of the gopis' minds. O mind, obey these words of mine, and sing the glories of Sri Krishna in the form of these holy names, which are full of nectarian mellows. So that chakora bird, Prabhupada says, it only drinks the moonbeams. It doesn't drink the water. He drinks the moonbeams. You can imagine such an exalted personality. So he's saying about the chakora bird, the gopis are drinking the nectar, and he is the moon of the chakora birds of the gopis' minds. So that means they're drinking the nectar of Krishna. So next month, I forget the exact date. Shall we have the date for Janmashtami? 16th of August. Not next month, but the following month, August. 16th of August is the appearance of Lord Krishna. And especially in India, sometimes the celebrations of Diwali, Durga Puja, different other celebrations, Shivratri, they're done in such a way, very, very special. But the most special festival for all of us who follow Sanatana Dharma, Vedic culture, is actually Sri Krishna Janmashtami. So in order to be prepared for Janmashtami, we have to spend some time starting today, actually starting right now, remembering Krishna. So the verses that we're going to read from the Bhagavad Gita today will help us put our minds in the right state. Shankar wanted me to announce that His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj was scheduled to be here today, but his health is not very good, so he could not make it. Hopefully he'll be able to come next week. We're trying to arrange that. So thank you all. If you came for that purpose, thank you all for coming. Oh, of course, we always come just for Krishna. Not necessarily speaking, but just for Krishna. So that's the importance of this movement. And I actually have a little gift for everyone who did come today. It's a very nice gift. Not very big, but very significant. Can someone hand me that paper bag? I'm like the Hare Krishna Santa Claus today. So what I'm going to give you all is this. And this. But this little book is only 30 pages. I just heard this morning that our government people, I believe it's either the senators or the congressmen, they have a bill they're trying to pass. And it's 800 pages. And they started last night at midnight, and when I left this morning, they only got to 500 pages. So they're reading the whole thing. Do you think you can read 30 pages? Yes or no? Yes. This is your assignment for Janmashtami. This book is important to me because it's the very first book that I received in Krishna consciousness in 1972. This book, very first. But I was so as we used to say back in the hippie days, I was so spaced out that I didn't read the book at the beginning. So the devotee who gave me the book, it was inside his book bag with his incense. And I was into incense. So I would pick up the book every day and smell it. I'm not exaggerating. Every day. Oh, that smells great. I said, I wonder what's in there. Oh, Krishna, the reservoir of pleasure. And that's piqued my interest. So I read the whole thing. And I promise all of you, if you promise me, or promise to the deities, that you'll just read this. We're like almost 2 months, practically. Can you read it in 2 months? Only 2 people. The rest of you do not get prashad. Yes, even the children said yes. So at the end of next month, or sometime next month, if Shaman allows me, I'll come back and give another discussion on this book. And it won't be a quiz, but you can all participate and share what your realizations are. I have many from this. I just finished reading it recently, but along with you, I'm going to read it again. So we'll all be on the same page. So today we're from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, which we've been reading for the last few months. And 48, right? Starting with 48. And what we're going to do is just read the verses together, the Sanskrit. Do you all mind that? We'll just chant together because we don't have enough time for everyone to repeat. So just try to follow as best you can. Yoga together. Yoga Buddha Dharmani Sangam Chakra Dharajaya Siddha Siddho Samodutva Samacham Yoga Uchate. Next verse. Durain. Is it there yet? Is there? 49. Yep. Duraina Yavaradharma Buddhi Yoga Dhanjaya Buddha Sharanam Manisha Kripanamahideva. Next verse, 50. Good. Yes. Buddhi Yuga Yavadhiha Uvesu Paradushkate Tasmad Yoga Yajasva Yoga Yajasva. Last verse. Okay. Karma Jam Puri Yuto Hi Param Takva Manishina Janma Bandha Vinukha Param Vachanti Amayam. So I'm going to go back and read the English translations, and we're going to go through some of the aspects of the purports that Srila Prabhupada has given us. Very, very important information, as well as from the 18th chapter. There's a couple of things I want to share with you that Srila Prabhupada explains there, which relates to what we're talking about today. So verse 48, perform your duty equipoise, O Arjuna, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. O Dhananjaya, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service, and in that consciousness surrender unto the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions, even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work. Last month. By thus engaging in devotional service to the Lord, great sages or devotees free themselves from the results of work in the material world. In this way, they become free from the cycle of birth and death, and attain the state beyond all miseries by going back to God. And that's the ultimate goal, is to somehow be able to go back home, back to Godhead. But obviously, just by that one statement, necessitates becoming detached from this world. Because that is our problem. We're attached to this world, so we can't even conceive in a realistic way the spiritual world. We hear about it, we should hear about it on a regular basis, as Mataji explained last week. You know, we should hear it. Nasta Praisabhadresu Nityam Bhagavat Sevya. Regularly. Satatam Kirtiyan Tolma Vitam Chastra Vrita. Take a strong vow to constantly hear about Krishna. The problem is, we know how to schedule our day for work and school and fun activities. Like I know the kids in the summer, they like to go Six Flags, and like my granddaughter, she's working on my son's schedule. I want to go this time here, this time there, swimming here, this there. My son is saying, come on, how much money do you think I have? It's too much. But she's planning out the whole summer. Have you planned your summer? Not yet. How about you? It's almost over. You better get busy. But we have to plan our day for Krishna consciousness. If we don't plan, they say in the business world, if you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail. If you want to succeed, you have to plan to succeed. One famous author, he said, begin with the end in mind. Stephen Covey. You have to begin. Whatever you want to achieve, okay, begin with that end. So we want to become Krishna conscious, you have to make a plan. Guess what? Maya will interfere with your plan. Maya means material energy, which is controlling all of our consciousness and awareness in this world. And we think we're controlling. But Bhagavad Gita explains, Prakriti Priya Namani, Gunai Karmani Saha. Ahankar Vimudatma, Karta Hamiti Madhite. Ahankar Vimudatma. Vimudatma means we've been bewildered by what? Our own ego. What's the beginning of that bewilderment? I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Hindu, and on and on and on. That's called bewilderment. We're none of those things, which is the first part of Bhagavad Gita. Whenever I ask a question, what's the first lesson of Bhagavad Gita? I give so many different answers. I'll ask it again. What is the first lesson of Bhagavad Gita?
I'm not the body.
Yeah, we have good answers today. Normally it's dharma, it's taking care of the family. That's not what Krishna taught. In the very beginning, the soul is passing in the body from boyhood to youth to old age. And at the end, when the body can no longer maintain the soul has to leave. It's like your house, suppose, God forbid, there's a hurricane, a tree fell on your house. There's no more, what can you do? You have to move out. So this body at a certain point will not maintain the power of the soul. The soul is described as 10,000 times more powerful than the sun, practically speaking. Even though it's so small, infinitesimally small. 1/10,000 of the upper tip of the hair, if you have hair. You take one tip, you cut it into 100 pieces, take that small piece, cut it again 100 pieces. That is the small dimension of the soul. So even though it's so small, it animates this body. And when the time runs out, the body cannot maintain anymore, it's gone. I was just talking to my auntie the other day. She'll be 102 next month. But I had to get her off the phone like an hour and a half later. She just won't stop. Her brain is like going like anything. So she's remembering her childhood and this, but that's gone. All gone. We can remember, like Prabhupada said, he remembered being on the lap of his auntie as a small baby. I cannot even remember going to the first grade. But Prabhupada could remember even that small amount. So when this body can no longer maintain the soul, we have to get out. I remember years ago, one devotee, Balabhadra prabhu, who was my first temple president, he told it like this. He said, just like in England, they have something called a bobby. Bobby is like what we call a police, and they have these sticks. So if the bobby comes to your apartment with the stick and says, get out, get out, get out. Okay, fine, you get out. Then if you have resources, you find another place. Then after some years, the bobby comes again. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Again, if you have resources, you find another place. But eventually you run out of resources and you can't get another place. So the bobby says, get out for good. So that's compared to like Maya pushing us out. Boyhood, youth, old age. We want to stay. I mean, most of us my age would say it would be great to be 30 years old again. But I had to get out. I didn't want to get out, but I had to get out. No matter what you think, no matter how much resource you have, or resources, or they say in Canada, resources. I hate that, resources. No matter how much you have in your bank account,
for spiritual development is the wrong bank account. There's a nice little drama the devotees perform. It's called the wrong bank account. And normally devotees do it outside, like in a park where people can see it. So we did it in downtown Atlanta years ago. And the story goes like this. This man is going to the bank, depositing. He has so much he put into the bank, maybe millions. So one day he needed that money. So he went to the bank and said, okay, I want to withdraw my money. The bank, he said, no problem. The teller said, no problem. What is your bank number? 50377. The bank man took his okay. Wait a minute. This is not your number. You've been putting your money in the wrong bank account. So when we did that downtown, this one older African-American lady, before he could get the last line out, she said, honey, you put your money in the wrong bank account. That's what your problem was. So at the end of our life, we have to look at our bank account. Now, if you don't put anything in there, don't expect to get anything out. Our life is meant for depositing into that spiritual bank account. But, just like if you want to have money in your savings, you have to make a plan, because you got to pay your bills, you got to do this. They say you should put at least 10% of your gross income into your savings, but you have to plan that. So at the end of life, if you want to go back to Godhead, again, let me back up. You have to want to go back to Godhead. Some of us may not be convinced that that's where we want to go. Some of us may want to stay here, so we make all kinds of arrangements to stay here. But if your plan is to go back to Godhead, you have to deposit. There's another thing that this famous author said. He called it the emotional bank account. If I want to have a good relationship with you, at least every now and then I should smile and say, Prabhu, how are you doing? He said, oh, that's nice, he smiles. Or you might give me, everyone knows what I'm going to say, cheesecake. Then, if you ask me for something later on, I said, that devotee is so nice. Just like my best friend in the world, probably in this universe, is Jayapataka Swami. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami. Not just because of cheesecake, but he is so wonderful to me. Well, on my 60th birthday, I was in Atlanta Temple on Ponce de Leon. I'm sitting there and everyone's giving me all this appreciation. And there was a letter that came from Jayapataka Maharaj. And guess what he said? He said a few nice things. He said, I hope someone remembered to give you cheesecake. And this is after he's already had strokes, physical suffering, so many problems. He's thinking of me and my cheesecake. How much do I love him? You can't even begin to imagine. So you have to keep depositing in this account. The emotional, loving relationship with devotees, that's described by Rupa Goswami. I wish I could remember the entire verse. Maybe some of you know. Vidati, Pratikrinati, Yamagyati Prichiti, Bhunte, Bhujayate Chaiva, Sabiti, Kritivachana. So there's 6 ways of developing love amongst devotees. Number 1, giving gifts, receiving gifts. Vidati, Pratikrinati. Number 2, Guyam Agyati Prichiti. That means revealing your mind in confidence and listening confidentially. Most of us like to tell people everything. We don't like to listen. I was speaking with one wonderful lady yesterday, and she was just expressing some things in her life. And at the end, she said, thank you, Balabhadra, for listening. I didn't give her any real instruction. I just listened. She said, thank you for listening. Sometimes people just want to open the heart. Now, the problem with devotees is that we're so busy chanting Sanskrit mantras and singing bhajans and doing pujas, and we don't tend to listen to each other. I have no idea what you may be going through in life. And you may not want to tell me what you're going through in life because you think he's going to tell someone else. That's not confidential. If you trust me confidentially, you'll share with me. And if I trust you confidentially, I'll share with you. I have several devotees that I have to open my heart to almost every week. Beginning with Vishnu Prabhu, he came here before. And then Balabhadra. I can tell you a whole list. All the way up to Sasrup Maharaj, the author of Prabhupada Lilamrita. Hridayananda Maharaj. Many, many devotees. When I have some confusion, I know where to go. And believe me, it's regular confusion. Philosophical confusions. I want to make sure that what I tell you, I've checked it beforehand. It's called Guru Shastra Satya. If I tell you something, you're going to think, well, he's sitting on the seat, he must be telling the truth. I better make sure I'm telling the truth. It's very, very important. So Krishna is such a kind personality that if we take the time to hear about him, to glorify him, he will do everything for us. I think someone said last week, you make one step, he takes 10 or 100 steps like that. He will. So in the verses that we just read, in one of the purports, let's see, 48. It says, yoga means to concentrate the mind upon the Supreme by controlling the ever-disturbing senses. So the senses are always disturbing. So you have to have a plan how to deal with that. You know what my plan is? Say, what is it, Balabhadra? You know what my plan is?
Say what it is.
Someone should say, what is it, Balabhadra? You know what my plan is?
What is it?
I'm not going to tell you. Because it took too long. My plan is when I get up in the morning, wash your face, wash your mouth. I go downstairs. I bow down to the altar. The altar doors are closed. I bow down to the altar, say my prayers. Then I say prayers to Tulsi. Then I go back upstairs. I turn on the bright light. I take out my Bhagavad Gita. And I read Bhagavad Gita. Then I have Prabhupada's letters. Prabhupada wrote almost 8,000 letters. So I have a 5-book set of all of Prabhupada's letters. So every morning I'm reading Bhagavad Gita, which is the explanation of the philosophy, and then Prabhupada's letters, which is the application of the philosophy. This morning he said, to Hamsa Buddha, is one devotee in the beginning. He said, it's nice, you're opening many temples, but I think it's more important now you take care of your wife and your children. Because we get confused. Oh, we got to open the temple, we got to do this, got that. But what about your family? Oh, Prabhupada didn't want that. Prabhupada wanted us to give up everything. No, he did not. He wants you to give up the attachment to sense gratification, not the activity of it. You have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to procreate, you have to do all kinds of things. But what mindset should we have? Well, it's too hard, it's too difficult. I'll think of Krishna later in the day. Excuse me? Later in the day? By that time, you're totally in Maya. But if you began your morning with Krishna, the rest of your day will have little bits of Krishna jumping in there. Even this little bit I read this morning is popping in my brain right now. I'm in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We're going to go there in a few minutes. There's some amazing things that Prabhupada says regarding how to arrange your day, arrange your life, how to be Krishna conscious. He's talking to Arjuna, who had refused to fight in the Kurukshetra battle. At one point he took his bow, he put it down, he sat down, he said, Govinda, I shall not fight. That's in the 2nd chapter. I shall not fight. So you can imagine Krishna had to sort of recalibrate. What am I going to say to this guy? He's not going to even follow what I'm saying. He just told Krishna previously, Sishasteham salimam tvam prapanam. Now I'm your Sisha, I'm your disciple. Surrender. Please instruct me. Then he tells Krishna, but I'm not going to fight. It's like, what? So Krishna had to explain everything to him very nicely, very carefully, to pull him out of that confusion. Our life is full of confusion. Why? Because we haven't made a plan yet. What is that verse? Ekeha Kudanandana. Who knows that verse? I can't think of it now. Say it louder. Namasayatika Buddhi Ekeha Kudanandana. One pointed attention. I only know one big ugly word, like Eka. So, one pointed attention. Krishna, you make that determination. You have to like Dridha Vrata. That means, Vrata means a vow, Dridha means a very strong vow. You have to make a vow every day. What you're going to do to fix your mind on Krishna. We should want to think about Krishna during the day. Otherwise, you're going to think about politics and money-making things and who you like and don't like, what someone did or didn't do. Believe me, because I go through it every day myself. But I have that plan to begin my day with the investment. And that investment pays off all throughout the day. It really, really does. Like when I get really overwhelmed by material desires, I know exactly which verse to go to, right? Bhagavad Gita,
chapter 2, text 7. A person who is not disturbed by the incessant flow of desires that enter like rivers into the ocean, which is ever being filled, but is always still. He alone can achieve peace, not the person who strives to enjoy these things. So I just think of that verse. All the material desires are coming. I say, okay, fine. I can't stop them. You can't stop them. Material desires are going to come like rivers into the ocean. But the ocean is described as full, huge. So the rivers can't disturb the ocean. And Prabhupada explains in that section. He said the ocean, just like in the monsoon season or the rainy season, the ocean is already filled up with water. Then more water is coming. But the ocean is just peaceful. So if you want to be peaceful, anybody want to be peaceful, raise your hand. The rest of you are lying. Everybody wants to be peaceful. But you can't be peaceful without accepting Krishna. Otherwise, everything else in the world is agitated. I believe in this. Like sometimes I try to check the news to see what's happening in the world, but I have to turn it off. It's so agitating. Everyone's lying. I'm sick of lying. Because I grew up in this culture in the time in the 60s when my profession was lying. I could lie better than anyone in my neighborhood. Because I had to protect the lie that I just told by telling another lie. It's amazing. I had 15 lies in a row. I couldn't remember which lie I just told that one. Everyone is lying. They promise everything and do nothing. Because they don't know to what and to whom to do the thing, what's the right thing to do. Making sure that I have money is not going to help me at the end. Bhajan kara, sadhana kara, murti janle hoy. That means bhajan. Whatever bhajan you do in life, and sadhana, whatever sadhana you do in life, will be tested at your death. So death is important, even though it sounds a little scary. I mean, I like horror movies too, like scary, scary, scary. But the real thing about death is you don't know what's next. Like if you have to go into a room, you don't know what's in there, you might be a little scared. Just like even when the police go into someone's home to find a criminal, they shine the light first to see what's in the corner, and they pull their guns because they're afraid someone may do something. So that's how this material world is. We don't know what is after death. Now we've read it in Bhagavad Gita. We've heard it from many speakers from this scene as well, from many acharyas, many senior devotees in ISKCON, even some people outside of ISKCON, and many sannyasis who are not in ISKCON. Like Swami Narayana has a very educated class of sannyasis, Shakti Mandir, all these different places have very eloquent speakers, right? So we've already heard about death, but are we convinced about it? We're just not even sure what's on the other side. So Krishna tells us in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharma Parityajya Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhya. What does that mean? Sarva means what? Papa means sin. And Krishna says, I'll protect you, don't worry. You don't have to worry. Unless we're not convinced that Krishna is God. And I just read this morning, as I told you, when I read him in the morning, it comes back during the day. And Srila Prabhupada explained that some people are envious of Krishna because Krishna says, I'm the Supreme Lord. They don't like that. Who is this guy saying he's God? So whenever I give a lecture at a university, the first thing I get people chant. And I explain that the chanting will help you understand. This which is true, purifies. So then the next thing I say, okay, I'm not asking you to believe that Krishna is God, because I know you're going to get angry at me. You're not going to like it. Because you might be Christian, Muslim, whatever you might be. So I'm asking you, as we read through this and you hear what Krishna says, I want you to theoretically accept him as God. You follow? Theoretically. You don't believe it. Theoretically. And they go, oh, sure, I can do that. Because they're educated people. They know what theory means and theoretically. So I explain. Krishna says, I am the light of the sun and the moon. And they go, okay, I accepted him as theoretically God. He's not God. But in order to understand what he's saying, I'll accept it. Because it doesn't make sense what Krishna says unless you understand he's God. What human being would say, I'm the light of the sun and the moon? Come on. You think the person's crazy? I am the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. Really? Don't you work at an IT firm? Who are you? And on and on and on. You just take what Krishna says, put it in several perspectives. One is, he's not God. Your faith will never happen. The other is, he's God. Now, if you say he's God, that's a problem there. That's a problem. By saying he's God. Especially when you start to accept it. Now, whatever he says, you have to follow. Arjuna did not accept Krishna as God in the beginning. He thought he's my cousin. He's my brother-in-law. Hey, say your madhya. Radam Sabaya Mesa. Krishna, take my chair in between your arms. Come on, let's go. Can you imagine saying that to God? Hey, come on, Krishna, let's go down to the Patel Brothers. It would no. Krishna would say, Arjuna, okay, no problem. He took the chair. And Arjuna wanted to see who has come here to fight to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. And Krishna obeyed. So Krishna, if you accept him as God, you have to accept his words as absolute truth. Who knows any instruction from Krishna in Bhagavad Gita? Any small instruction from Bhagavad Gita? Who can say? It's one of the instructions that Krishna gives. Anyone? If you don't know them, you may not be following. Take a guess. Yes, Prabhu. There's 2 times he says that, right? In the beginning and in the 18th chapter. What's the 18th chapter? That's the first time. The second time. You want to look it up? See, I tell people all the time, I cannot remember so many verses, but I kind of know where they are. And that's good enough. That verse is in the 18th chapter, I believe it's either 54, because you have Brahmano Hipno. Let's see, 54. Very nice verse, right? Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavantasya bhaktataha sarvakamani. So many verses. Matchata prana bholyantas parasuna. Right? Matchata sarvadruga matprasadat pusis. See what that verse is. Iswara sarvadrugana videshaya. 66 or 65? 65. 66 is Sarvadhamma Puja. Manvana is 65.
What's the 934?
934 is the first time. You have it? You want to say it? Good. See, that's the nice thing about the phones. You can look these things up. So 65, 1865, together. Manmana bhava madbhakto madraji namastu mame vaishasi satyante pratijane priyosime. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this, because you are my very dear friend. He's promising. Problem is, don't trust him yet. Do we 100% trust Krishna yet? Because if you do, you have to follow what he says. And I don't think most of us are ready to follow everything he says. As I said earlier, are we making a plan to think about Krishna every day by beginning our day thinking about Krishna? If you begin your day thinking about money, politics, most successful people say, don't look at your phone when you wake up. Most successful people, not ISKCON people, successful people out in the world. They say, don't look at your phone. It will just distract you from your goal. Don't turn on the TV, see what CNN has to say. They're going to say the same thing today they said yesterday. That's it. No big deal. So how should you begin your day, Prabhu? How should you begin?
Remember Krishna.
Oh, you got a powerful brain. You just remember him. Well, what helps us to remember?
Chanting.
Huh? Chanting japa and chanting his glories, chanting his instructions like we just did. We chanted the instructions of Krishna. Yes, Guru.
One way is to try to remember Krishna's name. Maybe you reading the verse from the Holy Book at the Balabhadra.
Whoa, give him a hand. It's so simple. Don't make excuses. You know what they say? Okay, if you make excuses now, at the time of death, your excuse better be really good why you didn't read Bhagavad Gita every day. Krishna may ask you, did you read my instructions every day? Lord, I was a little busy. I was distracted. You know, I had a shoulder pain. I mean, whatever it might have been. I didn't sleep good. I didn't eat good. The Lord says, okay, go back and try again. Bahunam Jamanan Ante, Yanavanam Devote, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Samahana. So after many, many births, why many, many births? Because you're not ready. Who's ready to go back to God? The rest of you stay here. You know why you're not ready to go back to God? Because you don't believe in that place yet. We don't, not you, we. I remember the first time I went to New York, to the temple. Rathayatra in New York, 1977, I believe. And I had never been to New York. I was so excited. New York! You know, Fifth Avenue. By the end of a couple of days, back to Atlanta. I can't handle this place. When someone says, are you going to New York? Not really. You think traffic is bad here? But God, it's horrible there. But if you say, well, you want to go to Vrindavan? With my health permits, I'm there. Vrindavan is so sweet. How do you go? Yep, so nice. Please come. How do you go? Where's Vijay? Vijay's here? Oh, there he is. How do you go? You gonna stay for a few minutes? Okay. This is our secretary from the Vedic Friends Association, Vijay Ganapati. How do you go? We just had a beautiful program the other night with scholars from around the world and with our devotee Sri Nandanandana, who just received the Padma Shri Award in the presence of Narendra Modi and the President of India. Very beautiful ceremony. So Vijay helped to organize it. So we need to know these things from Bhagavad Gita especially. You may not know all the verses in the Bhagavatam in so many places, but you at least need to know in these books the things that can help you be Krishna conscious. So that's a little investment we can make every day. So before my time runs out, I want to share a few things that Prabhupada says here in this 18th chapter. So verse 65, the one we just read. Always think of me. Please repeat. Always think of me. Become my devotee. Worship me. And offer your homage to me. Thus you will come to me. Without fail. I promise you this. You gotta say it the way I say it. I promise you this. You don't feel it. I need to feel it. I promise you this. I like that. Because you are my very dear friend. Here's the explanation by Srila Prabhupada. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be molded. Life should be molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. So I underline that part. Molded means you shape it, you put it in a certain order. If you don't organize your life, you're not going to think of Krishna during the day. Maybe it might happen. I don't like maybe. Maybe it's too risky. I don't have much time in this world, so maybe it's not good enough for me anymore. When I was young, maybe it was okay. Maybe this, maybe that. It's too late now for maybe. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he said, act with times that are with thee, and progress ye shall call. Let the past sleep. You cannot change the past. Near or not even the future dream, because you're not there yet. He says, you act with the times that are with you right now, and progress you'll call. So right now, close your eyes. Think of Krishna. Any form you want, think. It's not that easy, but I'm thinking of a certain form. Yes. Why? Because it's on my wall. And it's also in the book. There's this beautiful scene of Krishna standing in the, must be the Jamuna, with 3 waterfalls behind him. And he has these beautiful little kind of cheeks. He looks very sweet, very young. So whenever I get confused, I think of that form of Krishna. I really do. It's so sweet. So you should have some form of Krishna you can think of. And then Prabhupada said you have to mold your life in such a way. One should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. That was not easy because you're working at your job, you're in school, whatever you might be doing. Playing basketball, who knows? I'm a musician, so a lot of times I'm playing the guitar. So I'm playing the guitar and I'm singing, I'm thinking, what kind of song can I write about Krishna and Prabhupada? And now that computers are so sophisticated, it makes it easier. You can do it. It's like amazing. And I have a plan right now. I'm just letting into a few secrets. I have a plan right now to go out on my little back deck with my guitar and take verses from Bhagavad Gita and purports, and then restructure them a little bit and make a song, which I did recently with something from Bhagavad Gita. It came out so beautiful. So I'm thinking Bhagavad Gita, even though I'm playing the guitar. You know what Prabhupada told one devotee? He wanted to learn how to play the sitar. You know what is a sitar, right?
Yeah.
So Prabhupada said, guitar played properly is better than a sitar played improperly. Another devotee wanted to learn Hindi. And Prabhupada said, why do you want to learn Hindi? Go to Bombay, they speak English. Don't waste time. So make a plan. How am I going to remember Krishna tomorrow? I see Akshay, he has the Bhagavad Gita. He's probably the only person in the room that has the Bhagavad Gita. And pretty much every week we study Bhagavad Gita. All of you should have your Bhagavad Gita in your little bag. Like in the Christian church, they even put the Bible in the thing. So they can follow along with the minister's saying. You're not going to remember everything about what they said. It's impossible. I can't even remember everything I said. You have to take something. So take one thing that I said that you can remember. What is one thing I said that you can remember? One. Don't disappoint me because Sean told me no prasad. Just one small thing.
Remember what to do in the morning.
Yeah.
Do not open your
Start
phone
your
in the
day
morning.
with cheese knife.
Oh, cheesecake.
Start your day with Krishna.
I have cheesecake disciples over here. Start your day
With Krishna.
with Krishna. And that idea of a bank account. Put something in your Krishna bank account every day. It adds up. Even a small amount might be just enough. The story of Ajamil. He only said the name of Narayan one time at the time of his death, and he was not talking about God. He was talking about his son. He was dying. The Yamadus came to take him away. He was totally in anxiety. He saw his son. He was like, Narayan, the Lord was coming to save me. But Jesus was talking about his son, but he said the name of God at the time of his death. Yam yam vapi smaram bhagam. Whatever you think of at the time of death, yam yam vapi smaram. Remember, that's where you're going to go. So if you want to go back to Godhead after being convinced that that place is what you want, my hesitation has always been, what's it going to be like? We're so used to this place. It's hard to even imagine not having your own door to lock, your own car to park, and everything there is for Krishna. You enjoy there because you serve Krishna. You suffer here because you're trying to enjoy separately. So the most confidential part of knowledge is just surrender to Krishna. But that's not easy. So our goal here at this beautiful oskcon of North Atlanta Center, Lakshmi Nrsimha Cultural Center, is to help empower you with how to remember Krishna. So I bought a little gift. I need some volunteers, 2 kids to volunteer. Just 2 kids. Does it? Come. I need some volunteers. Yeah, you come. Yes. I hope I have enough. So take some of these books and give everyone a copy. Okay? Get it in. I want more. That's good. So as I said, this is my first book that I received in Krishna Consciousness in 1972. and I'm still reading it. It will prepare your mind for how to think of Krishna. It's only 30 pages. You already told me that you could do it. I promise you, if you read this book, your thoughts of Krishna will increase. Krishna promised, right? So I'm making a promise. If you read this book, your thoughts of Krishna will increase. I told the devotee one time, he was brand new, he came to the temple. I said, if you chant 16 rounds, you'll join the temple in 2 weeks. I promise you. Guess what? He joined in 10 days. Because he had faith in what I said. So I'm only asking for this much faith. Will you promise to read this? She's already started reading. Look. Are you twins? You look like twins. They already started reading. Everyone have a copy? Don't refuse. You must take it from the kids. Come on. Don't worry about where you're going to put it in your shot. Put it in your pocket. It's okay. Just don't leave it. If I find one left, I'm going to chase you down. Okay? Does everyone have a copy? The pictures are absolutely beautiful. You can just put this on your counter and every day look at it. That's one investment. Every day look at the cover, front and back of this book. How hard is that? Before you go to school, before you go to play with your friends, front, back. Maybe read a couple of lines, but at least front, back. Let's see if my picture's in here. It's such an amazing little book. Yeah, here it is. That's my favorite picture. That one. So beautiful. Especially when you see it in color. Everyone has one? Yeah. That's yours? You have one? Same one? No, you have to have your own. See? Beautiful picture. So thank you all for agreeing. You want to take one for a friend? I have extra. Anybody want to take an extra to give to a friend? Anyone, you can take extra. I don't like taking books back. Raise your hand if you want an extra. He'll give it. Anyone? Want one extra book to give back? To give to a friend. There you go. So thank you all very much. Janmashtami, August 16th. Put that on your schedule. Another thing that I do when it's Janmashtami time, I read the whole Krishna book. The entire Krishna book. I started a few days ago. Read the Krishna book. If you don't have it, see Shanti Harika book. You have them here. Prepare your mind for Krishna. So on Janmashtami night, when the curtains open at midnight, we just crazy mad Krishna. We can't wait to see the Jesus. But you have to make these investments. So thank you very much for taking a copy of this book. Don't leave it in your seat. Take it home. At least, like I used to do, at least smell it. Look at the front and look at the back. That's not so hard. Pictures are beautiful. That's an investment every day. Front, back. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Any quick question or comment before we proceed? Yes, Prabhu?
There's a very lovely line right in the beginning.
Okay, everyone listen. Go ahead.
This which you just gave us, it says this Krishna consciousness movement is to bring all crazy men back to their original consciousness.
I can barely hear it.
It says this Krishna consciousness movement is to bring all crazy men back to their original consciousness.
All crazy men.
All of us crazy people.
There's so much in this little book, believe me. So thank you all very much. Quick
question.
Yes.
Prabhu, you explained that to understand the instruction of Krishna, you have to theoretically believe Krishna is God.
That's if you're not a devotee.
Oh.
If you're a devotee, you're expected to have faith in him. I say that to non-devotees.
So for non-devotees, believing from theoretically, how they can start believing practically? How they transition from believing theoretically to actually believing?
By practice of association.
Oh.
By association. Okay? There you go.
Hare Krishna. I hope you all enjoyed that wonderful session on the Bhagavad Gita. If you are inspired to study Bhagavad Gita scrutinizingly, we have a very advanced classes and progress on Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and we make sure that you get to understand Bhagavad Gita in its entirety, in the sense not only understanding the verse but the whole picture as presented by Krishna. Sometimes Krishna talks about some things which are spread over multiple chapters. He will talk about a verse here, a verse there, a verse there. We bring it all together so it will be easy for you to understand the message of Krishna. So we have this on Saturdays from 4 to 5 p.m. If anyone is interested, you can always come and join. We have Srinivas Prabhu. Is Vamsi Prabhu here? No? Okay. So we would like to invite Pratik, please come and meet the family. So we are actually here. Ashwini actually sponsored the Sunday feast today. She lost her father while she was very small, and her father also passed away at a very young age. His name was Chandrasekharaya, and he passed away on June 24th, and this is his 24th anniversary. So 24 years back he passed away, and obviously the child has not forgotten her father. It's not easy. So she's actually wanting us all to please pray for her father so that we may actually request Krishna to give him a higher destination wherever he may be and to take care of him and bring him back home to Godhead. So we would like to request you all to please raise your hand high in the air and chant the Hare Krishna mantra 3 times for Chandrasekharaya with your heart sincerely, so that Krishna is forced to hear you and help our father achieve the highest destination. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, we want a garland from Ram Narasimha Swami. We will give the garland to the daughter, and when she takes it, it will be on behalf of her father. He will get the blessings of Ram Narasimha Swami, and he will get Madhukar Prabhu. Don't take out from the DT. Do you have it separate?
No, we don't.
Then take out one mala from the fridge, offer it, and then bring it. But don't take out from the DT. So we will give the garland, and just by getting that garland, she will get the blessings of Lord Narasimha Swami, and also her father will also get the full benefit. No matter where he is, Krishna will take care of him. Alright? So when you are honored Prasadam today, please think of her, please think of her father, and please pray for him that he may get the highest destination. Alright? Can we again chant Hari Bol 3 times? Hari Bol! May Lord Narasimha take care of Chandrasekharaya wherever he may be. Thank you so much, Matali. Thank you, Prabhuji. What is her name? Megha? Megha Padnya. Thank you so much for distributing those books. Our ISKCON is all about distributing books. So you did an amazing devotional service. Thank you. And we'll give you the content as soon as it's offered. Huh? Is it offered, Prabhu? You gave to Prabhuji, he will put it on. Huh? I don't know, it's up to them. Yeah, you put it. No, I'm not. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm told that we also have a birthday celebration, right? I'll let Madhurya Gopal Prabhu, our Vice President, speak on this.
We are celebrating Niranjan Prabhu's cousin's birthday, Varshita. Can you please invite Varshita and her family? So, we sing happy birthday song for Varshita. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear Varshita. Happy birthday to you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Please. Come, Rukmini. Encourage your relatives. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Okay, let's all chant Hare Krishna 3 times for blessing of this girl, Varshita. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol.
So we're very happy to celebrate the birthday of this small child. These are memories that they'll carry with them all through their lives. And of course, just celebrating the birthday in the temple with Lord Narasimha Swami and Krishna Balabhadra as God and I, that is a tremendous amount of blessings for them. And throughout their life, they will be protected by the Lord because of this small thing. So the parents have to be thanked for bringing their child here and celebrating their birthday here. This is what parenting is all about. Srila Prabhupada, our Guru, says that if we have not given Krishna consciousness to our children, then we have failed our children. So all of us should be very focused on giving Krishna consciousness to our children. So we want to also mention that, as Prabhuji mentioned, on August 16th we will be celebrating Krishna Janmashtami. This is a very huge celebration in ISKCON, and it will be a huge celebration here as well. We will have all day, in the morning 5 AM we will have Mangal Aarti, all day we will have Bhajans and Aartis. In the evening, Hare Krishna, can you please keep it down for 5 minutes if you don't mind? Just 5 minutes. I'm sure everyone can wait 5 minutes for Prashadam. So, so we will be having a big celebration. There will be a stage programs. If you want your children to perform dances or even reciting Bhagavad Gita shlokas or any drama, or if you want to participate in any activities, stage programs, please come and see us. We will facilitate it, right? Because on Krishna Janmashtami, everything you do is for Krishna's pleasure. So find ways to give pleasure to Krishna in any way you can. Just chanting of Bhagavad Gita shlokas itself can give so much pleasure to Krishna. Then you can dance, you can actually have a drama you want to put together, anything that you can do to please Krishna. So we'll have the stage programs, we will have a full abhishek of Sri Radha and Krishna, and that will be followed by Pushpanjali as well, and then there will be kirtans, and then there will be midnight aarti, because Krishna appeared at midnight. Rukmini Mataji, please pay attention. So at midnight, we will have a very big aarti for Krishna because he appeared at that time. So there will be midnight aarti, and right after that there will be a very grand prasadam, right? And right after grand prasadam, we have to start fasting again. Do you know why? Anyone knows why? Srila Prabhupada, Param Guru, he appeared on that day, the very next day, right? So those who are ISKCON devotees who are initiated, or those who are aspiring also, and those who have love for Srila Prabhupada, this is an amazing opportunity to please him by fasting up to noon, right? They'll have a grand feast, have a very grand feast at midnight, and then fast till noon. Very easy, right? Who cannot do that? So just by doing that, you will get so much blessings from Srila Prabhupada. Right? He'll put you on the path back home, back to Godhead. That is what his goal is. He came only for that. So he'll be very pleased. So we will fast till noon, and then on that day we will again have programs. There will be offerings to Srila Prabhupada and Workville, as well as you can offer cooked items as well to Srila Prabhupada. There will be Vyas Puja offerings, there will be Arati, and wow, welcome. So on that day is very special for us because some of us even treat that second day as more important than Janmashtami, because we can't get Krishna if it is not Srila Prabhupada's blessings. I don't see how we can even think of Krishna, how we can even understand Krishna if it's not for Srila Prabhupada. He wrote volumes and volumes of books. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everything, Chaitanya Charitamrita, everything we know is because of Srila Prabhupada. And if it was not for his mercy, we would not know Krishna. Right? So we consider that as so important. We express our gratitude to Prabhupada. We also beg him to keep him engaged in our service, in his service, in ISKCON. So that's a very special festival. So 2 days of very nice festivals coming up. 16th is a Friday, 17th is Saturday. So mark your calendars. I don't see any reason why you should have any excuse not to participate because it's the weekend, right? So if it's a weekday, you can say, oh, I have this, I have that. But on a weekend, especially on a Friday and Saturday, very, very special Krishna's arrangement. Let's take advantage of it and let's all participate. There will be a lot of voluntary opportunities and there's a lot of sponsorship opportunities because, as you know, festival of this magnitude costs a lot. You can sponsor the dress of the deities, you can sponsor the feast feeding the Vaishnavas, Annadan, you can sponsor the Abhishek. There's so many different opportunities. So come and see us and let's all make this our program. This is not the temple's program, this is our program. Every one of us together can participate and make this a beautiful offering for Lord Shri Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. Alright, any questions or any comments? Anyone? Yes?
When you're fasting, what are you not allowed to eat?
Nothing. No water also. No, there are 3 types of fasting. One is complete fasting, where you can take no water and no food at all. The second type of fasting is you take only water, no food. And the third type of fasting is you take water and you take only ekadashi food, non-grain food. That's the third type of fasting. So if you have health problems and you can't do without food, you don't, so you can do a full fast. So that's the third type of fast where you eat only ekadashi food with water. Does that answer your question? So you can choose amongst all three. Highest, higher, and high. Okay? So you can choose. Any other question? Yes. Janmashtami is on 16th August, Friday. Yes. 16th is Saturday? Is it Saturday? I thought it was Friday.
Saturday.
It's a Saturday. Okay, so my bad. So Saturday and Sunday, that's even better. That's even better. Then Friday you can work, Saturday you can surrender to Krishna. Perfect. Thank you for reminding me, correcting me. Any other questions or comments? Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, any practice for some kirtan or anything?
Any practice?
Yeah, prior to Janmashtami.
We have kirtan programs here all the time, so you can come and join. But if you want children to do kirtans, then that's possible. You can come and we can form a group of children. We'll give your names, and we'll form a group of children and they can perform together. In the same way, plays also. If you have plays that you want to put together, we can arrange that also. So everything goes for Krishna's pleasure. Just let us know what you want to do and we'll facilitate it. Okay? Any other questions or comments? So we'd like to welcome Hanuman Prabhuji and Sudharani Mataji back from India. They are our board members, management team. I would invite him to come and speak for a couple of minutes and tell us about his experience in India. We've been waiting for him to come back. Welcome back, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Nice to see all of you. So I went to India for a month, 4 weeks, came back yesterday. So Sunday means right away we came. And my wife, she went to Vrindavan and Madura. She spent 5 days. She will explain her experience. How do you felt?
I mean, this was my first time visited the Vrindavan, but I was waiting from the last 4 to 5 years when I came to the ISKCON, joined. From that time I was waiting. Last year in 2024, my ticket was cancelled for the Vrindavan at the last minute. But this time I was really worried whether Krishna allows me to put my to the Vrindavan or not. But until I reached the Vrindavan, when I landed until the Vrindavan, I was scared whether Krishna is allowing me to see. So that was a really good experience. But my husband and my daughter, they were not able to accompany with me. But me and my parents and my nephews and my other nephew and one prabhu from our Vijayawada temple, he accompanied us and he was with us last 5 days completely. We were in the ISKCON Vrindavan cottage. So, I mean, it was really a good experience and it's unforgettable experience. We visited the Dwarkadish temple in Vrindavan and after that Ramanaliti, Madhura, Krishna birthplace, and we took the role in the Ramanaliti, all our family members. So, and we went to the Barsana Radha Devi place. It was really a good experience, and we went to Gokul, where Krishna, until he spent 3 years after his life. In that place, we got the opportunity to take the bhoga of the family. Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata, all deities, all 4 family deities were there, and we got the opportunity to take the bhoga offered to their deities. So that was a really, amazing experience. We waited for that bhoga prasadam 3 hours. So, yeah, that was a really good experience, and I never forget. This is my first visit. So I pray the Lord Krishna just to keep allow me to see the Vrindavan whenever I get the opportunity if I go to India. So that was a really good experience.
she felt so happy. Many times she told me, so next time I could not go because my daughter is having some exam. She's taking some pre-job requisite, some exams, financial requirement. So we could not go. And once her exam is done, then we went to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka and Sita Devi Agni Pariksha. Very big, huge temple, and Chinmaya mission, they built a very big temple, 40 feet high, Anjana Swami. Very nice temple they built it, and Ashoka a temple there is one, and Agni Pariksha and all those. Very wonderful place, Sri Lanka, and still Ramayana, all history we can see there. So if possible, just visit, and wonderful place, very good island, lot of hill area. Food is so good, Tamil and Tamil food, Malayalam food, Indian food completely. So wherever you go, very wonderful place. Visit Sri Lanka also, and we went to Sri Rangam. Sri Rangam, how many people went to Sri Rangam? Yeah, and we built one satram there. We spent more than 100 people, they can stay there, and free food, free accommodation. We bought it 3.5 crores and 3 lakhs. We did all that. It is for public purpose. Yeah. How many days you want, you can stay. Free food 3 times a day. And it's a wonderful opportunity for our family. It is the design of my mom. She expired 1989, but she is so much attached to the Sri Lanka. So that time financial problem is there. Now we built a very nice satram in the Madavidi Ward. It's near
What is the name of the chapter?
Tulasi Sri Lanka Dham. So please let me know. We will provide wonderful AC rooms and good food, everything. Good wonderful darshana. If anybody is interested, let me know. You feel the difference. It's completely service. It's a complete service and free food, accommodation, free and very nice. Yeah, that's right. We went and we had a wonderful time. 1 month. We spent with family. After 1.5 years, I went there. Thank you. I'm grateful to be here. Able to be as some of you know, Prabhu is the president of this temple, and Nagiri Gopal is the vice president. And as Prabhuji said, this is our temple, and we part of it as a voluntary, financial, decoration. Many committees are there. Please part of it, and we need all your help. As a time-wise, money-wise, your intelligence, everything. Come to us and be part of our temple. This is our temple. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So as Sudha Mataji said, it's not easy to enter Vrindavan until and unless Krishna desires it. And that is very, very true. I have experienced it over and over and over again. Somehow, whenever I go to Vrindavan, the first thing I do is I go before Radha Shyam Sundar and I pray incessantly to Radharani that thank you for bringing me here, but I'm not satisfied. Again, next year also you have to bring me here. So every time I book my trip to Vrindavan by praying to Radharani for next year also. Because without her, you cannot. Narasimha Swami. If you have already taken, you can help with organizing the prasadam. Otherwise, come and take blessings of Lord Narasimha Swami, and we will start serving prasadam in the next 5 minutes as soon as the altar curtains are closed. And those who are helping, you can set up the tables and bring the prasadam out. Thank you so much.
What are you doing in Boston?
आपका दुकान बंद करो. God bless you. You can give them a copy of Bhagavad Gita.
How's the kids doing?
Kids are doing fine. My daughter is here. No, she finished under.
I have to ask Balabhadra something. They are confirmed with you. Prabhuji, you can.
I know Hare Krishna, I can sing.
महाप्रसाद है गोविंदे.
वो नहीं आता मुझे तो.
ट्राई करेंगे यार.
कहाँ है लिखा कहाँ है?
लिखा था. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे शरीरा विद्या जाय जोहेन्द्रियताय काल जो ऐसा विशेषा करे सारे वद्या जीवादी लोभोमय सुदुर्मति संसारे जाके दिया करता संसार.
अरे पुराने ताके जेता कठिने संसारे कृष्ण बड़ दोयमोय कोरी बारे जिह्वा जाय स्वप्रसाद अन्न दिलो भाई से अन्नामृत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय नेताय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे.
जय श्री कृष्ण. अन्नदाता सुखी भव. सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.